The following podcast has been rated R. You've been warned. Welcome to the greatest DC Legends podcast in human history. Well, okay, maybe not, but stick around anyway because we're about to have some fun. You know me, I'm the AB. And along with the All-Stars, we'll talk DCL, superheroes, comic book lore, and everything else in between. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
Go.
Atlantis After Dark. Hello, and welcome back to our humble little podcast. It's the last show of the year, so Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and pop open a bit of the bubbly, because we're going to have a good time today. Make sure to leave the fat man milk and cookies, and then be sure to leave something healthy for Santa Claus. I'll tell you what, let's get going already. I'm already ready to go, and so are you. Let's not waste any more time. Let's meet today's All-Stars. All right, warming up in the bullpen. This year he told me he got a sweater for Christmas, but he was really hoping for a moaner or a screamer. It's Biffed by Adam West. What's the word, dude?
Oh, that was good. That was a good one.
What's going on? So it's like a mini joke grenade. Just pulled the pin. I had to think through it.
Yeah.
That was all right. I could use that sweater literally today as my heat has conked out in the lovely winter of New England. So thrilled.
So it was very apropos.
Yes,
what you would
I
say.
I could use a sweater. And my wife is not sweating right now, upstairs shivering.
So she's moaning.
Yeah, she's moaning all right. It's a different kind of moaning. It's called bitching and moaning.
Oh, man. It's a good thing she doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, no, you know what? Safe there.
Oh, man. Well, we're glad to have you, buddy. All right. Next up, he's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. Santa put him on the naughty list after looking at his Instagram. Here's a hint, pal. You're getting practical underwear this year. It's Retmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Well, same old. Glad to be here. Can't wait to get started.
I can't wait to get started, too. Is that your way of telling me to hurry this thing up?
That's it. Move it.
All right. All right. Welcome back, and we're going to have some fun today. All right. What about this guy? Every year he goes to the strip club on Christmas Eve. I asked him why, and he said, so I can see all my ho-ho-hos. Let me get a hoot-hoot for Mr. Episode 400 himself, Hate Mail. What's up, buddy?
We're on like episode 403 or 404 now, right?
Oh, okay. I still think Mr. 400 has a nice ring to it.
It really
400 plus.
Right. Maybe that's what I'll do next time is 400 plus.
You don't become Mr. 500 until you get to that number. So it's 400 now through 499.
Well, with my diet that I was talking to you guys about before the show, I'll probably be there soon. So.
Right on. Oh, man. Well, welcome one and all, and we're going to have a good one today. By the way, 'tis the season, and I wanted to share this wonderful story of heart and perseverance through the holiday season. Get ready, because Uncle AB has a Christmas story, and I want to read this book to all of you about a tow truck and a snowblower that save one small town from missing out on their Yuletide blessings. And now it's time for your holiday story. Hookers and Blow Save Christmas. Written and illustrated by Monty C. Pepin. It was Christmas Eve in the small town of Pleasant. everyone was excited to soon open their presents. The weather was cold, with deep piles of snow. Officer Bob called hookers and blow. Tom Transport is loaded with cars, candy, and gifts, but broke down out of town and is stuck in snowdrifts. We need all of those presents for the big party today. No problem, said Hookers. We can help right away. The snow was quite deep and covered the road, but Blow got to work blowing and could handle the load. They traveled down Main Street and straight out of town, drove up Mount Dexter, then head all the way down. Just round the bend, Tom Transport did soon appear, all covered in snow, right up to his mirrors. Blow cleared away the snow. It didn't take long. Now Hookers could check what might have gone wrong. Hookers reached round and popped up Tom's big hood, attached booster cables, and said, "Crank it up real good." Tom stuttered and sputtered, then started to groan. His tired old engine, it just might be blown. Tom moaned. The snow and the hills were maybe too much. I might have broken a piston or wore out the clutch. No problem, said Hookers. I'm a big tow truck, you see. We'll get to town quickly. You, Blow, and me. With Tom mounted on Hookers, Blow plowed through the snow. They headed for town, driving careful and slow. Hookers got on the radio and called up ahead. "Police Officer Bob, we have Tom, but his engine is dead. The snow keeps on falling. Blow is blowing real hard. But we'll get there in time with candy, presents, and cards." Across bridges and train tracks, Blow leading the way, up and down old Mount Dexter, they soon made up the delay. They drove straight up Main Street while everyone smiled. Tom loaded with presents for each and every child. They arrived at the party, and there was a great cheer, for Hookers and Blow had made it the best day of the year. All right. Fantastic little story.
It's such such a beautiful story. It makes me want to cry.
It makes me want to cry too. I think that went a little long.
I have some Hooker and Blow stories that make me cry for different reasons.
Every time you pee?
Oh. Ouch. Ouch.
I think one of them started on Christmas Eve too.
Oh. Oh, man. You guys are rough today. I'll tell you what. This time we get into some DCL. All right, we got 2 new tunes. Is it unusual for the new tunes to be announced this early in the month? It kind of is, isn't it?
Not for December.
Not for December? Okay.
4 years at least. And we should be getting the reworks any day, actually.
Right, okay. So the new tunes, Peacemaker and Savitar, we haven't seen kits for them yet, but just kind of out of the gate, how do we feel about that?
I'll go last since I have seen the kits.
Oh, you have seen... Oh, man. All right. Breaking news. Spoiler alert.
I'll give a little more than I usually do since I know we're going to get info on that probably pretty soon.
Okay. Well, that's... okay, so I'll start with Biff. What do you think? Are you a fan of Peacemaker or Savitar?
Not really. I don't know if there's a character other than Batman 66 King Tut that I'd even be excited about at this point. There's just really nothing out there that I'm, I do like the Flash story and everything, so Savitar is okay, but like, yeah, no, Peacemaker, John Cena,
I still can't see him.
I know. But you knew he would be the paywall, just because he has the show and all that stuff, which is fine. But yeah, no, I mean, I like the Suicide Squad movie, but I'm not a fan of either character in any capacity.
Right. Maybe I'm the only one who's holding out for like a Dwayne Johnson Shazam or a Dwayne Johnson Black Adam, so I can use John Cena and Dwayne Johnson as a tag team in DCL. I don't know.
And
that's a Christmas dream.
And then if Dave Bautista gets the role of Bane, there we go.
Oh, man.
And I still think Undertaker should play Lobo.
Yeah. We're going back to this discussion already, huh? All right. Time to plow ahead. All right.
I tell you what, the models, from the artwork that they showed, they look really good. They're more true to the comics than a lot of the characters that we've got lately. At least I believe they do from the one screenshot we got, of course. But it looks really they look really detailed.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see this Avatar CW skin, though. Everybody was crying about that.
The metallic looking one?
Yeah, which I wouldn't be surprised if they do that as a raid skin maybe next month or in the future.
Sure.
But the characters look pretty, like, next month is one of the more exciting months, in my opinion, just based on kits. Character-wise, Savitar's all right. I don't really care about Peacemaker as a character. Kit-wise, though, Peacemaker looks really good, and he looks like he'll be closest thing we could probably get outside of like an entirely new mechanic to being a counter to Spectre.
Really?
So yeah, he's got an interesting kit. He's got a really cool kind of. It doesn't bring anything super new to the game, but he's got a cool kit that does cool stuff. So I really like his kit. He's on the table for high rebirthing, just because I like what he does, and I'm getting out of my usual theme.
Okay.
Then Savitar looks a little more boring to me personally. His kit looks pretty good. It just looks boring. Like he doesn't.
Right.
The Joker's pretty excited for him. He thinks this kit looks really good. I'm not of the same mind personally, but I think he'll be a character people would be happy with, but he doesn't. I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me.
Right. He's not going to be like the speed meta that Black Flash was this last January.
No, I don't think so.
No.
He's probably, just on paper, he looks like a B character to me. Maybe a low A, but high B character. It's kind of what they've been doing. A lot of the new characters have been nobody is a game changer. And I don't think Peacemaker is going to be like an S tier character or anything, but I think he does enough cool stuff, and because I think he'll provide some counter to Spectre, he'll see a lot of play.
Interesting. Okay.
A lot of people seem very happy that I seen on the message board that Captain Cold's getting a rework.
Yeah, that's the other thing. These reworks are coming out, and we're not due to get those reworks anytime soon either, are we?
No, we'll get the reworks in the next couple of days.
Oh, will we?
Okay. Let me preface this. Historically, we've gotten the reworks before Christmas,
right?
Because what happens is they the team goes on vacation usually, and so we got it last year. We got it on the 23rd. Everything was pushed, so we'll get that. We'll get all the shop data. We'll get a lot of stuff early due to the holidays. So I'm excited to see the reworks look. Wally looks like improved. He was already a very good character, but he'll be improved. I don't think you're gonna see a stratospheric change but he'll be significantly. He'll take a step up. He's not gonna. He looks good. He looks really solid. But what I'm most excited about is Captain Cold. He's going to be a minimum A tier character, quite possibly an S tier character.
Wow.
And
that's high praise.
He looks so good.
That'll make a lot of people happy, since he's probably one of those characters in the game that everybody has almost unlimited shards of.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I'm like 150 from RB5 right now. So
wow.
I don't even know what I am.
I've got like 8,000.
Yeah, because holy crap.
That's,
I know M4 when I looked at the show. I mean, if you bought a lot of those PvP packs, then for a long time there, like if it was a character I wasn't interested in, I just lost 27 times in a row. So
I have my big board of my rankings of the characters. So I have 150 characters that are maxed out level 80. And Captain Cold is my ranked 150th out of 150.
Wow.
So you're saying he's going to rise my board a little bit?
Yeah, I would venture to guess. And granted, I could be wrong. This is going by off paper, but I don't see how I'm wrong, because he's going to be really good. He was already a very good character. He's just so squishy. That was his biggest
his abilities. I loved his abilities where he was like a counter for everything, like counterattack. I mean, like every time someone would get hit, he would counterattack for them, and if he would get hit, someone on the team would counterattack for Captain Cold. I always liked that play mechanic. I hope they kept that or improved it.
I think you'll be very happy. They took, they didn't like radically alter his kit. They just emphasized the things he did well and made it better. And I think everyone will be very happy.
He was one of the first, right, that did an AoE that stripped multiple buffs. If I'm remembering it properly. I haven't used him in a while.
Yeah, I think he was the first, actually.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, obviously that's a useful thing, right? When Saint Walker came out, everyone was so pumped about, the ability to do that, but then obviously the shine has kind of gone off Saint Walker over time as well. But being able to get rid of buffs off the jump with an AoE is pretty valuable these days.
Definitely.
Yep. Okay. I did exaggerate a little bit. I checked my character. I've got 6,835. So easily RB5.
But what is he? What is he today? Is he L4 or L5?
L4.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
but he's still,
I've got L5.
It's still 6,800, so it'll be 6,500.
Well, when we get RB10, you'll be ready to go.
Yeah, my Batman Cape Crusader will be.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got me beat by a lot. I only have 3,119.
Yeah, I'm only sitting on 1,200, little over 1,200 myself.
Still, it's a couple RBs real easy.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's an RB2 for sure.
And then you know, if you go in the PvP without even trying, you could easily get another 195.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's not get crazy here. With AB.
Yeah, you know who you're talking to.
Like not even trying is a little different for AB than it is for us. Not even trying for AB means really nothing.
If you turn the game on and you press a button.
Yeah, if actually put it this way, Revis. If you do your 27 matches a day,
yes,
you will have absolutely no problem getting 195 if you have AB's roster.
Yes,
sure. If you had my roster, you're right. Godly.
You also need someone else's tribe.
I'm going to go ahead and L5. Captain
The only
Cold.
thing I don't like about him, is that he's another green. I will highly likely take to RB5, and I just took Superman RB5, and almost all of my characters that are rebirthed are green. I have such a green heavy roster.
Right. Interesting. I don't know why either, because I look at my roster all the time and I have a very blue heavy roster. Like, is there some
Biff,
kind of?
I don't know. Biff is red heavy. So.
I have everything really, because I have I don't have an RB5 strategy. I have like an RB3, RB4 strategy for the most part.
Yeah.
So I have like think I have like 35 characters rebirth. So I have a good mix of characters I like plus characters that are useful.
Right.
I only do characters I like. I don't.
Right.
I
Same here. I've got 3 green RB5 and 3 blue RB5 and 1 red. I'm trying to keep them as even as I can as the characters I like. So if I have a few that I'm definitely going to RB5, but I have more heavy on one affinity, I'll go ahead and rebirth the other one. That way I can have a nice solid RB5 team if I'm going out to attack someone. If I'm going to RB5 them anyway, so it doesn't really matter what order I would do it in.
When I say character I like, I mean character I like in the comics.
Right.
So I'll
Sure.
like you did Shazam. Like when I say characters are useful, they're characters I like to play with that are also good in the game. So I don't if for example, like when Etrigan came out and he was like a lot better than he is today, but like really a superstar right away. I didn't even gear him because I'm like, I don't like him nor have any interest in him.
Right.
But yeah, I keep it to, by the way, I just rebirth 4, my Manta, and
I saw that
fucking beast.
Damn.
He's survivable now, and he absolutely shreds these fucking Atlanteans and Barda. It's so much fun.
Barda.
his
Awesome.
stock has gone up a lot.
Oh
Yes.
he's so good. He's so good.
Well, to give you an idea, I have 11 energy RB5s, and then I have 7 physicals and only 5 mystical. So it's lopsided heavily. I was doing, originally my rebirth strategy was always around stuns, but I've kind of, now that I don't use Hawkgirl and Killer Frost as much, I love playing with Blackfire.
Mm-hmm.
I think my strategy more is about, getting hit and counterattacking and stuff. So Captain Cold's going to fit right into that.
Cool.
Nice.
Hey,
I'm with you with the counterattacks.
question for you guys. I don't know if this is a new bug or not, but have you guys played with Arcus recently and then he goes to a counterattack, but he stays in the same spot and just swings right in front of himself and doesn't attack the enemy at all?
I haven't seen that, but
Okay,
I've tried them.
I think I saw it on Reddit. I thought I saw someone reported on Reddit, but I haven't
Okay.
seen it with my Arcus. And I use my Arcus, so
It's only when he counterattacks is when it usually happens. And if there's another Arcus that calls out the taunt against you, where he does a double tap and then you get to attack, you will not attack him back. You'll stand there and just swipe your claw and not move. It's kind of like how Eradicator on his second attack does like a half forward in attacks. Well, he doesn't move at all. He just stands there.
I have seen Arcus under Nightwing not counterattack after Nightwing goes. Like he almost like when Nightwing retaliates or goes after someone goes, he almost eliminates the counterattack from his teammate. I don't know. I've seen
That's happened with Supergirl before. Like Supergirl would do her first beam, and they would already have the debuffs on, so she should go a second time. But the Nightwing will go in between her, and then she won't do her second one. I've seen that happen.
That's weird. There's some bugs in the game right now.
I know. It's like I can't believe it.
No. We didn't get a raid this time around because they were going to fix those things, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I don't understand, and by the way, I'll give the devs some credit this month, and obviously everyone seems to be excited about next month as well.
Yeah.
But, they've done some really good things for the holidays and things along those lines that I really like that we could talk about in a bit. But it seems odd to me when they report that a bug is fixed when it's obviously not. Like, why say Spectre doesn't stun dead people anymore when he obviously does? Like what? Like when you report something as fixed, you would think you have tested it.
Well, yeah, they don't test anything, but the Spectre bug, I really don't care about.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I'm like, that's the Superman that causes me to have to restart.
Oh.
That one I care about a lot.
I hate that Superman thing. Oh,
Or like Garth, who doesn't use his passives, which right? I mean, I'm kind of happy he doesn't use because I like him as a slow gear, but on the other hand, he would be a decent character if his passives worked. Possibly. I mean, well, I'd like to
Possibly, yeah.
know.
That's interesting because we've heard no positive about Garth so far, and just
No.
listening to people and everything. So if you have some insight as to why he might be
Well, I mean, his
halfway
passives
decent.
look pretty decent. I mean, Zubaz is using them. He's the authority, and I'm going by. He's skeptical now after using them more and more that with the passives he'll be good, but I think he has a chance. I mean, we won't know until we use him with his passives.
Yeah.
Right.
But the passives are basically the key to his kit, and without him, he's absolutely garbage.
And they don't work at all right now.
Yeah, they don't work at all. So he definitely needs them. Outside of Garth, though, I love Tula. She's fantastic. She's so much fun. That running that blue team. I mean, in Siege, I was stupid. I played and rushed, and I don't use Cassie Kane ever, and I kept forgetting that she did speed down, and then I would go into a match and use her against an Aquaman-led team. I had 3 losses,
For 3.
and all 3 were the
Yep.
same thing. I didn't learn the first time or the second time.
Yeah, no.
And then, well, the third time in my defense, I hit 3 instead of her 2, just not thinking. But you can run. I've been running all blue teams almost this entire siege.
Wow.
Against even red teams, and it's surprising because Mira is so much better than I remembered.
Oh, Mira's really
great.
good. I can't run all blues because of just I think I see Cassie on every team, and Cassie's retaliation almost stops me from using any blues.
Well, with Aquaman, you can just keep buff.
Yeah.
And then I'm using Tula and what's his name, Aqualad, and I mean some matches I'll run if there's a high rebirthed Lois, I'll run Terra, and then she'll run in, she'll do her AoE.
Yeah.
And then they start healing, and then they're just unkillable.
Are you seeing, because I know I'm seeing this, I'm at pretty much the same level I am between, 120 and 180, like every day. I'm seeing a lot more non-bonus teams, like just really just the meta. And with 0 bonus, it's almost forcing me to do things that aren't fun or anything. And I think Hawkeye, I think, said something that even at the top, it's the same way this siege. Has the siege been any different for you?
It was for a little bit there. It seems like it stabilized a little bit where I'm seeing like 3 different teams. I'm seeing either the all blue team with Aquaman lead. I'm seeing Cheetah, Dr. Poison, and the other 2 reds. It seems like it bounces back and forth between them, and then some version with Terra in there. But he's right that even in the top 10, we're seeing more dick teams than you usually see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm seeing people that I know wouldn't be dicks do it.
Because nobody cares about winning Garth.
Yeah, because they're also just responding. Like I know there are people that wouldn't do a Martian Manhunter, Spectre team in this, but with what they're having to face on their boards, they're forcing themselves.
Yeah, all it takes is like one person to kind of start it, and then the chain gets going.
It's like one person hitting their brake lights on the highway.
Yep.
6 miles of traffic. By the way, Retmus has had a very exciting team in Siege that had me actually decide to refresh my board for the first time in 2021.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it had your RB4 Supergirl. That was the issue. It was
well, you could do it without her. She doesn't even have to be on there. You can do it with just those 3.
No. I had to face it.
Oh,
so I didn't have a choice to take her off or not.
Oh, okay, sorry.
If I had to get out of one Retmus opponent character card, I would have taken Supergirl off. But I couldn't speed up because Supergirl's so fast that she was going to get to whatever I had, and it was Spectre, Martian Manhunter, Supergirl, and some other twatty character that made it so that I ran through like 100 different scenarios. I'm like, I can't go faster than them. Or if I do go faster, it doesn't matter because Supergirl's going to get off. And finally, I was just like, you know what? This is making my brain hurt. 2 other people on my board had ones where I couldn't use a bonus on. And then I was just like, the hell with it. With 3 left, I refreshed. So thanks, Retmus. Cost me 25 bonus.
I had to choose characters like that, like you were saying. I was coming
Yeah.
up against teams I just couldn't beat with any of the bonus tunes.
Yeah. No, exactly. So that's where the Siege is a little different.
Yeah.
Where
Definitely.
it's forcing people to use comps they don't want to use because somebody else has used something they shouldn't use.
Yeah. And in a bit of unrelated news, I have a small Supergirl story to share with you guys. So you know how she had her little 5-day or 6-day event?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of said, oh, I'll stop at Rebirth 3. Well, I didn't.
Ooh.
I pounded it, right?
Ooh.
I kept
Yes.
pounding and pounding and pounding it. And here's where the story goes awry. I looked at my Supergirl and her max rank, and I thought, oh, okay, I've got 1.3K. That's all I need for RB4. And I left it alone.
You needed 10 more.
I needed 9 more.
Oh, buddy.
Oh,
I
that's
am
painful.
hot.
Got to remember, every level is plus 10.
I know.
Yeah.
Every level has a 10 at
I
the end of
know.
it.
I'm a bonehead. You know what it is. And you guys were right at the top of the show. Like I'm not the most active of players here lately. But the reason for that is, for those of you who don't know, and I'm woefully underprepared today too, but we're moving house, and we're doing it very slowly, so that 2 old people like me and my wife can actually get around the next day and move. So yeah, I haven't had a lot of time to prepare for any of this stuff, and that's probably why I brain farted on the Supergirl thing. I just, oh God, so fucking mad.
By the
Does
way,
she-
I'm looking at Retmus's team here. It's a 44,000 power team with Martian Manhunter, Harley Quinn, Spectre, and RB5 Supergirl.
Golly.
So Harley Quinn's RB5, Spectre's RB5, Supergirl's RB5, and what's your Martian Manhunter?
RB1,
Right.
I believe.
Okay.
I can RB4 him, but I kept him at 1.
I came up with all these comps that could destroy that, and then
Yeah.
every single one, the potential for enrage, threw it off. And then I was like, the hell with it.
You should have just brought Terra.
Yeah, but Terra wasn't in any of those comps that I felt like I could outrun you and win.
Gotcha.
Wow.
I like that team, by the way. It's a pretty good team.
Oh, it's
a great team.
It's a lot of fun to deal with. Supergirl's so fast. That's why she she goes so early. Like it's
And then she has a turn meter up for everybody.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love
I
pairing
have,
her with Lex. Lex in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I have no
man.
regrets RB5 in her. She's
No.
one of my favorite tunes right now.
Yeah, definitely.
2 AoEs is always a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. 4
Oh, yeah.
OEs are the best, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love pairing her up with Darkseid.
Oh, I know. That's another great one, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, Darkseid is so much fun with Supergirl.
You know what's really cool about Darkseid and her? So, like, if you first start off and you do her turn meter up ability, it automatically buffs Darkseid, which will make her automatically do her heat vision one time afterwards, which will set it up for her turn, starts next time, then she'll be able to do 4 times attacks. So it's kind of cool.
Amazing.
She's so good. I actually farmed her to RB5, even though I don't think I'm gonna rebirth her. She's a green, and I have too many greens, and she
Yeah.
doesn't really fit my normal theme. But she's so good.
I think they should just like redo red alerts and put all new characters. Every character on there should be somebody different.
And rebirth crystals.
Yes, at least one rebirth crystal.
Yeah, I'm torn on that though, because I don't want to have to play red alerts like 45 times a day.
But you can only get one rebirth crystal and that's it, and then it disappears. So you just can't do pay for another one and pay for another one. You can't do that.
Or maybe on the first refresh if they want us to pay 500 gold or something.
Yeah.
I haven't done red alerts in maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
Just
It's
'cause,
been longer than
like, I
that for
have 'em.
me.
Well, you should do it to get your Captain Cold.
I think I have enough Captain Cold to do plenty.
Yeah,
Man.
it's been 2 years. There was a post
Yeah.
on Reddit that I responded
Yeah.
to today. It's been 2 years. It's like, come on, guys, change it up.
I know. And see, that's like what we've always told everybody. if you get a chance to get free shards, get free shards, because you don't know when they're going to rework a character and they're going to be good. If Captain Cold's half as good as you think he may be, it was worth getting all those shards for.
Yeah. But
Sage advice.
most of us, well, not most of us, a lot of people who either, if you're an RB5er or if you're an L5er or whatever you normally go to, you've probably gotten there. It's been so long.
Yeah. That's why I want them changed. The characters on there. It'd be so nice.
They changed them. Like, you could get me back in, but I don't need RB8 of Yellow Lantern Sinestro. I just don't need it. I'm not going to spend the time.
No, and it's been so long, and there's so many characters. It's like there's no way to get so many characters. And if they put characters, I'm even only just mildly interested in, like Hawk or Steel or characters that, just put them in the rotation. I'd probably refresh it 4 or 5 times, but I'm not even going to spend gems.
Right.
Who's paying to refresh? Nobody.
No.
Nobody. I remember the only time I did it a ways back was Power Girl. I was trying to get Power Girl to RB3 or whatever, and that was the only time I think I ever refreshed.
I only did it for Grundy because I wanted an RB5 Grundy, and I refreshed quite a bit. I think I even went up to like 3 or 4 refreshes every time he was up there.
Wow.
I can't even remember who it was. There was a character or two that was in there at one point.
I know who it was. It was Killer Frost.
Oh, that's right. I refreshed like 10 times a day.
Yep, because you told me, it's like, let's see how high this baby will go.
Yeah, I kept going. I went until it was like, it was an insane amount of gold. And it just keeps going. It never stops. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So that's Red Alerts.
Yeah.
Bet you guys didn't expect that on this episode.
Yeah. We're turning this into oh my God. Well, I guess I don't have anything more for you guys today. Do we really want to chat about maybe a couple of best of lists to kind of round the year out a little bit?
I mean, if you think about it, I think probably universally most would think that the best rework of 2021 was Spectre.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's, but I was looking for a list of like all the skins from this year and all the reworks from this year to kind of give honorable mention or something, but I couldn't find a list, and my memory's not all that great.
Supergirl is definitely up there.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's in there for contention, too.
That's a January episode, though, the best of 2021.
It really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And we can
really
do more
is.
homework.
Yeah.
As everyone listening can tell, we're vastly underprepared today.
Yeah.
Or you're just mimicking an episode of WROL.
No, I thought winging it was an AAD thing.
No,
WROL
you guys are much more prepared than we are.
Oh, my God.
Much more prepared.
Black Flash is the one with pages of notes, but he's been Ghost Flash of late. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
Whatever happened
He
to
went
him.
off yonder and then disappeared into the woods.
Did
I
they
don't know where he
move?
is at.
Does the homeless camp move? Or
He's trapped in the slug force.
I just worry because he's from Detroit, and in Detroit anything can happen.
yeah.
Well, wherever we are, we wish you the best, BF.
Yep. Happy
Good
holidays,
God.
buddy.
Yeah, happy holidays.
I haven't even seen him in chats or nothing.
Yeah, he's been a ghost. Absolute ghost. And I thought I was a ghost. He's a ghost. Anyways, let's take it around the horn and let's get everybody's final word. Retmus, take us to church, pal.
All right. I'll try not to keep it too long, Biff. All right. But I have a couple things I'd like to go over.
Sure.
Well, one is all of us on here, we're pretty well-to-do, have a good lifestyle and everything. And, there's others that don't. Of course, all of us could pretty much financially give to the less fortunate if we, felt we needed to or we wanted to. Some of us doesn't have that luxury. I says, but there's always something that everybody can give, and that's their time. you can have a little bit of time to give to someone else. Whether it's a loved one you haven't spoke to for a while, or a neighbor across the street that lives by themselves. One of the things that I've found is probably one of the best things you could do for someone, and they're almost pushed aside and forgotten, or are elderly. A lot of them are in, homes. They don't have any loved ones left, and basically they're just hanging on to life until they move on. They don't have anybody else. Sometimes, if you could just call up one of the nursing homes or retirement homes or something and say, hey, is there any openings, or do you guys have anything? Maybe you go in and read them a story, or just someone just to sit down and chat with one of them for 10, 15 minutes. You will brighten their day like you would not believe, because they don't have very much to live for anymore. And that is just like the biggest gift just a little bit of your time can give to someone. And if you're able to do something like that, it's so much better to give than to receive. I mean, everybody, especially when you're younger, it's like, oh, I can't wait to see what I get for Christmas. I can't wait to see what I get for my birthday. You always want that. You want when you're younger. But when you get older, it's, to me at least, it's a smile I see on a younger person's face or another person's face, when you've done something for them and it's brought them joy. That makes me feel good. It's better than anything I can get myself. But anyway, if anybody can, try and just spread the love. And the other message I heard this, and I just wanted to kind of like to pass this on. And I want you guys to think about perspective. Okay? Okay, Biff, AB, Hate Mail, if I told you guys, like right now, I was going to give you $1 million, how happy would that make you? Anybody?
Pretty happy.
You'd be kind of like on cloud nine, right? You just got $1 million.
I'd be miserable.
You'd be miserable?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't count. All right. So anyway,
I'd be happy.
Okay, so you guys would be happy. You just got $1 million. What if I bumped it up to $10 million? And I said, hey, now here's $10 million for you guys. But you won't wake up tomorrow if you take it. Would you still take the $10 million?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Probably
No,
not, but
probably
I don't
not.
have heat right now, so maybe I might just give it up.
Okay, so you wouldn't take it. So that breath you take in the morning is worth more than $10 million, right? You don't think of perspective like that. Think how happy you were to get that $10 million. But how unhappy you are when you wake up the next day and go, oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I've got to do these chores. Oh, I've got to do this. And you complain about it. But yet you passed that $10 million up just for that breath that you woke up the next day for. So it's all about perspective. Think, make every day you wake up a better day. It's the power of positivity. I mean, it's all it really is. And it can be very powerful. And just think about that just for a little bit, like what I was saying. Because, definitely you're going to pass up that money. Why? Because it's more important for that breath that next day. And that's about all I have to say today. Happy holidays for everybody. Best wishes. Love you all.
Well, folks, this has been Atlantis After Dark. I'm the ABC. Good grief. Even I can't follow that. Holy mackerel.
Well, I do
As
think,
always.
Remus, because you reminded me for a friend of mine that's in the hospital that I was supposed to visit this week. And being the great friend that I am, I completely forgot. And just text her and said I'll stop by on Monday.
Good deal. Yeah, I'm sure that'll make her
See?
happy.
Yeah. Double AD is helping people all over this country.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And what I say is never meant to make people feel bad. I just want you to change your perspective and open your eyes a little bit to what everybody takes for granted. That's all.
Well, Biff looks like he feels bad. So.
Yeah,
No,
I think
I
we
don't,
should
no,
give the
I
next
don't feel bad. You actually you brought a smile on my face. You brought me back to one of my favorite quotes from my favorite television show, Cheers. And someone was telling Rebecca Howe about positive thinking. And she's like, oh, I tried that positive thinking crap. And just like I knew it wouldn't, It didn't work.
No, man.
But anyway, no. Listen, whatever you can do to help people, is, and Remus is right. Perspective is everything, because perspective is your expectations and your perspective are what make you happy or sad. If you have high expectations and it doesn't deliver, you could be very sad. But if you have moderate expectations, just the little things make you happy. But anyway, one thing I'll bring back to TCL as my parting shot, because we always sometimes give Steve and the devs, if there is a plural, a hard time, is I want to thank them for the advent calendar, because I think that it's been done very well. Once again, I had limited expectations going into it. Like, what are we going to get? We're going to get 50 blue energy or whatever. But they started off right out of the bat with 1,000 gems. They've blown me away by having 2 rebirth crystal days already. And it actually leads me to believe, and I'm not asking for any more because I'm happy with what I've gotten, but that maybe the 24th will be 5 rebirth crystals, which would total 10. That would pretty much make up for the loss of raids from a resource perspective, rebirth resource. And they've done a really good job of giving us nice prizes. Not every single day was the greatest thing in the world, but neither is a real advent calendar. You can't have, a great prize every day, but they've done a really good job. So I just wanted to thank them for that. I thought it was well done, and worth logging in every day.
Yeah, I think so too.
Definitely agree.
You actually stole mine, because that was what I was going to say. I was very thankful for the advent calendar, especially once we got those rebirth crystals, and I hope on the final day there's a bunch more. And
I'm going to guess 5. I'm going to guess 5, because that'll make 10 for the advent calendar, which I think is great.
I really liked the sales that they did, even though I had 3 of the 4 RB5 already, which made pushing by a little harder than it would have been. But I hope they don't do those sales again, because I don't have the willpower to resist them.
Yeah, it was pretty tough.
I was kind of surprised you didn't buy all of them, Remus.
I just went to 175 and I quit.
Me too.
I was tempted.
I had already had the 12 for each spent prior, like in my head. I had already budgeted where they were going, so I at least had to go there. But then buying the extra $100 pack was above what I had already, my expectation of who I had to rebirth before the end of the year.
Yeah, I've been good. Like, I haven't spent a ton. I buy the rebirth crystals every month, but because of the joys of Olay, I've cut back significantly. But and that was why
I've lost my Olay. My wife's skin is not as fair as it once was.
But you have the games, so those are
but I
significantly
hate those.
better.
Don't you?
I wouldn't take the time to do them either. So.
Yeah, But my wife said to me the other day, she goes, when's the next offer wall? I need some, and I'm just like, I'm like, bad news.
Wow. Hopefully that comes back for you.
Yeah. No,
but
I'm much more apt to spend money than I am to sit there building farms and, steel making things to build my own little fucking town.
Yeah.
Hate you twats.
Oh boy.
But at least I got to breathe the next day,
I was just happy my mother-in-law, I gave her some and told her that you could have as much Olay as you want. She was so excited. I was like, oh great, this is awesome. So
man, was that your final word, Hate Mail, or do you have anything additional?
No, just looking forward to next month. Pretty happy with this month. Really, really, really hope we get a new game mode next year sometime. Obviously, it's not happening this year unless they surprise us on the patch. But
it is coming soon.
Yeah, but even then, I don't necessarily need a new game mode if they just change the shard rotations on, like we were saying, with red alerts and all the other stuff. Like, you just do that. That would freshen things up for us.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that doesn't take any effort either.
No, I mean,
No.
Like that's what makes that so curious to me, because that's like something it's like the up and away thing. It's something they'd have to do so little effort to make so many people happy that it just seems moronic that you wouldn't just do it.
I mean, from a coding perspective, you could do that in less than probably 3 minutes.
Right. That's what I mean.
I mean, because all you're doing is pointing to which character the shards come from. That's it. You just point it to a different one. That's all it takes.
Just a very easy way to make people happy.
I know.
They've still been 2 years.
Well, if it doesn't come in this patch, because it's a new year, and maybe we really need to start a big campaign on that. Just change the shards.
Yes.
Yeah. We can get a big flag and everything made.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank all of you for being with me today, and thanks to the entire crew and the entire alliance. You guys rock my universe, and I look forward to another fantastic year with all of you. And we want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Show us how much your holiday spirit means to you by pounding that subscribe button with a gift-wrapped sock pickle, and get on our website, AtlantisAfterDark.com. For Retmus, for Biff, and the man they call Hate Mail, we'll see you all right here next time for another episode of Double AD. So long, everybody.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful podcasters ever assembled.
Super Male,
Biff Man, Witty Amazon, Black Flash,
Retmus,
AB, dedicated to fun, entertainment, and quality podcasting everywhere. This is Atlantis After Dark.
Straight from Darkside's boom tube. Double AD.